So this is our living room slash dining room slash kitchen.
Like millions of Americans, Andrew Picard has been working from home for the past year.
Most mornings I start my day on the sofa with coffee, a blanket, and my cat, and watching the news.
Picard works for the nonprofit San Diego Workforce Partnership. He misses seeing his colleagues in person, but likes the flexibility remote working offers. He gets to spend more time with his cat, Winston. He saved a boatload on gas and car insurance, and he saved time. Pre-pandemic, his 10-mile commute would take up to an hour one way. Now?
My commute is all of 20 feet. It takes me, 2 minutes to get from my bedroom to the living room or wherever I'll be parked for the day.
Even as more people get vaccinated and return to some version of their pre-pandemic work lives, Picard says his job will likely stay remote at least part of the week.
People are really keen to have flexibility, and I think what the pandemic has proven is in many industries you can be as productive or more productive in a remote environment.
It's a very different story for Roddy Jerome.
Tomorrow. Yeah, and if you have any problems, go to it, okay? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any problems, give me a call.
Jerome provides in-home support services for the elderly and disabled, work that can't be done remotely. His commute from work in Santee to back home in City Heights starts on a bike, followed by a trolley, then a bus. It takes an hour and a half or more each way. Jerome likes moving around. He doesn't want to work from home. He just wishes his commute were faster.
A more direct service, a more direct way of getting here, instead of having a transfer or to go from bus to trolley, that would make it a lot easier.
The stark difference between Picard and Jerome's pandemic commutes represents a greater truth. The benefits of remote working have gone mostly to jobs that are higher paid and more likely to be held by white people. The jobs where remote working was never an option tend to pay lower wages and are more likely to be held by people of color.
And that disparity made us actually think harder about social equity, social justice, about getting rid of the sins of the past when it comes to transportation.
Hassan Ikrada is the executive director of SANDAG, the county's transportation planning agency. We meet at the site of a future light rail station due to open late this year.
This is just a teaser of what is going to come for this region.
The sins of the past, Ikrada says, include bulldozing communities of color to build freeways. SANDAG is currently updating its long-term transportation plan with a mandate to slash greenhouse gas emissions. Ikrada says the pandemic has made clear the new plan should put the needs of disadvantaged communities first.
So what does that mean? It means that if you put a group project and one project is building an interchange for a freeway and the other one is building a bikeway, even so the interchange for the freeway might have the money and might seem logical, if the social index said you should do the bikeway, we'll do the bikeway. That's going to upset some people, but that is how you get rid of the sins of the past.
But is SANDAG accounting for the pandemic's potential to fundamentally change our daily commutes? Bus and trolley trips are down by about 60% since February 2020. And although car traffic has recovered faster, rush hour still isn't what it used to be. Ikrada says it would be foolish to base a generation of transportation planning on a one-time event, no matter how dramatic it might be in the short term.
The pandemic will be over. We cannot, as a society, move forward like this. Kids cannot continue to be at home. Therefore, it's short-sighted to say, scrap everything, let's start over again, because we don't know what the other side of the pandemic look like, but we can anticipate that's going to be back to normal.
SANDAG predicts remote working will curb greenhouse gas emissions somewhat, just not enough given the scale of the climate crisis. When Roddy Jerome looks beyond the pandemic, he still sees better public transit as key to his livelihood and a healthier planet.
If we're trying to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, which is important to our climate action plan, they have to make it better. You have to make people want to get out of their cars, and if they can't do that, it won't happen.
Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.